Hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? It is this coming weekend what has become a model car building holiday, the annual 48-hour build. And I finally picked my kit, and we are starting it right now. This is my opener to get going on this. So here we go. I've got it right here. And the past 2 years that I've done it, I've done race cars, and I have been told, don't do race cars. There's like too much involved to do a 48-hour build. First year, I pretty much got my NASCAR race car done. Last year, I didn't finish, and I still haven't finished my IndyCar, which kind of was a simpler build I thought it would be, but I ran out of time. You know how that goes. You know how I am. I'm making it simpler this year. Race car, but it doesn't start out as a race car, but I could be getting myself in trouble. Even though I'm going simple, I'm going, ta-da! I'm going with a snap kit. This was actually my very first pick for the very first 48-hour build I was going to do a few years ago. And, well, I don't know. I remember when this kit came back out when round two, this was one of their first comeback kits, you know, when round two took over AMT and MPC and all that. This was like on their first lineup, and I bought it immediately. I really dig this kit. I don't know, I just thought, cool, it's a snap kit, it's a cool looking 49 Merc, something simple. I've always had an idea for that. I'm not going to do a cop car, but I do have an idea for this. And, well, we can take a quick look at it if you want. We'll look at it. Why not? We'll look at it. I actually started thinking, you know, since it has those discs, the custom disc wheels, you know, like I thought about making a land speed record race car out of it, but possible. That means I got to put a roll cage in it. It doesn't really have an engine or nothing, but, you know. So I'm thinking about that, but we'll see. But one thing I definitely want to do, where I've always envisioned this car, is I want to do kind of like it's got its original factory. And back then they did like lacquers and stuff, and especially it be black. I want it to be original paint, be black, and kind of have that sheen to it, but it's not deep. It's not like reflective, or, you know, those factory car colors back in the day, back in the 40s and 50s. It's kind of dulled out over time, and I might do a little patina. I'm actually kind of thinking of doing this. This inspired me right there. I kind of want to do a distressed little bit. I might not go that far with the rusting, but a few streaks and all that stuff, but it'd be the factory paint, and it might become a race car. We'll see. But anyways, let's take a quick look at it, because we're getting started on this baby right now, because the 48-hour build has begun. And we'll be doing updates throughout the weekend. So let's check it out. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at this thing. This is it's a pretty simple kit. I figured that would be, it says no paint needed or glue, of course. And, well, we'll see about that. But I definitely, real quick, let's take a look at a profile there. But I just think this is a cool model. It looks like, whoops, I started it. Is it still okay? I need to find out if this is okay. That's all I did, is I did a little sanding up there. I think I tried to, no, I hadn't even started really plugging those holes, because I don't want it to be a cop car. So I guess I started playing with it. But I love the 4950 Merc. And I just have a vision with this thing. Simple chassis, so pretentious, don't really have to do much. I mean, it's just a very simple model kit. This is cool right here. The wheels right there coming with the kit just kind of inspired me. If I don't decide to go with it being a land speed timing, or, you know, like Bonneville stuff, El Mirage, I won't go with those. But the thing is because it kind of would be more simpler to go with those, because it comes with the kit. They're all designed to go together. Interior, super simple. It's got a back seat. That kind of wrecks it for a race car. Front seat's separate, but the back seat's in there. Yeah, we'll see. Easy stuff. We got an empty bag, because I already messed with this kit, I guess. Oh, taillights are wrapped up in there. How cool, because it's not open. That's kind of neat. There's the glass. We've got some of the suspension pieces, the axles. Look at that. That's very simple. That's what we need. We need simple. I want to... And decals I won't use, the cop car decals. And, of course, instructions that we may or may not use. They're pretty... That's it. That's all there is with the instructions. So there we go. This is what I'm going to do. This is going to be a simple build, but what I'm going to concentrate on is I kind of want to play with some of my weathering stuff, techniques and things like that. And I've had this idea for a 40s, 50s car that I wanted to be black with a little bit patina on it, and just like it be, 60 years later, but it still has the original paint, and it's just dulled out over time. Almost have that kind of sheen to it is what I'm going to go after. I've got something really cool that I want to do. Is I'm actually thinking of painting it with Tamiya TS6 flat black. I love this stuff. I did a 50 Ford years ago, and there's nothing like it. When you want to do a flat black paint job, this is it, because it's not chalky looking. But what I want to do is, when I get it done, is if you take not even polishing cloths, very fine grit sanding paper, and polish it out. Even you could just take a piece of one of these blue rags or something, and this paint on there, you do that, it kind of will bring up a shine, which is what I want to do. I want to have that look about it. With the proper prep work and everything, it's still, even though you're doing a flat job, you still got to put your time into the prep work, because the smoother your prep work is, the smoother your paint will lay down. And this stuff just does wonderful. As you can see, before I started weathering up that 50 Ford, it was really quite the smooth paint job for a black paint job. And wow, that was all the way back in 09 when round 2 took over, because this was in their first lineup. They had I think 8 kits, 6 or 8 kicks they put out that first time, and this was one of them. And I've always been interested in this, and this was always a really old model kit. But I am just going to have a good time. Who knows, I might make it into it would be a pretty cool Ridge Runner too, moonshine runner car, that would be cool too. So there we go. That's what I'm doing. That's where we're going. That is what I'm doing this weekend for the 48-hour build. It has been shown. It's official. I got to get off here. I got to get working. Time is ticking. Okay, that's it. We're ready to rock. Let's get rocking on this. I'm going to have a good time. I'm jumping online with my buddies and go over to the Facebook group where we all collectively meet over this whole 48-hour build, and there's a link, I believe, to the Discords there, and people will be jumping around different places, and you might bump into me on the Discords and stuff like that. I'm gonna be running around all weekend on that stuff. I want to just have fun with my model car buddies and just build all weekend. It should be fun. Well, let's get going. Why the heck do we do silly things like this with model cars? Because they're fun. Here's the producers.